Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. Let go of negative thinking and stop living for the weekend. With your host, Fran Excel.
So welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel Mindset Coach, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm very grateful you've chosen to put me in your earbuds today. Please do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything, and do leave me a review. I love reading them, and it really helps me get found by other people who need to hear what I share. I'd also love you to email me your mindset and productivity questions or topics you'd love me to cover to hello@franexcel.com, because I know a lot of you think I'm inside your heads because you tell me all the time. But if I don't know what you need, I can't give it to you. So let me know. So nobody is perfect. Why are you trying to be? So nobody is perfect, no matter how much they appear to have it together. Following on from last week's episode on comparison, I think it's really important to highlight this little nugget that on the surface sounds obvious, and yet many of us spend a lot of time looking at other people thinking they have it all together. It is very easy to get caught up in the assumption that people perceived to be at the top of their game have everything figured out, as they don't. Business coaches hit business snags and blind spots. Mindset coaches have down days. Social media experts don't want to be on social media sometimes. Productivity experts procrastinate sometimes. Launch coaches have launches that don't quite go to plan. It really doesn't matter who you are or what your business is. There will be times when you most definitely don't have it together. But the magic is in what you learn in the process and how you deal with it. So there are lots of people who look out for those moments of imperfection in other people. You know, you see it all the time. And it says a lot more about them than the person. You know, you wouldn't look for it, waiting to jump on it if you were happy with where you are and your own success. It's why you see so many people trying to tear down competitors, that's in inverted commas, and people perceived to be at the top of their game or on the rise. It's usually all about their own jealousy and insecurity and fear of lack. You know, there's not enough to go around, and it freaking fascinates me. I love geeking out on human behavior and what makes people do and think the way that they do. It's like looking at life through a different lens, my curiosity lens, if you will, or my what's actually going on here lens. So what is perfection anyway? You know, don't get caught up in striving for perfection, because you won't ever reach it. It doesn't exist. You're setting yourself up to fail and feel less than. Yeah, even the mere perception of perfection is a burden for that person. That constant need to be on, or, you know, not drop the ball. It sounds freaking exhausting. Yeah, people appreciate a little more honesty these days. And I'm always saying to clients to treat things as an experiment or a game, you know, whichever way you want to spin it that resonates with you, where you know some things are going to work and some just aren't. But the things that don't work will give you valuable insights and lessons that you can take moving forwards. You know, and it's being okay with that. Failure is the path to greatness, not something that takes it away. Yeah, the most successful people on the planet have been willing to mess things up from time to time. So look at Elon Musk and his spangly rockets. Do you have any doubt in your mind that he'll get to where he wants to be? I don't. You know, and are there a lot of people reveling in when things don't quite work? Sure. Does he keep going? Yes. So who does it say more about? You know, all those things that don't go according to plan or don't quite work out are all steps in the right direction, whatever that is for you. It's all progress. Yeah. So there's something to ponder on. And here's the thing. Even if things look perfect for someone in one area of their lives, it certainly doesn't mean it is across the board. You know, someone may look like they have a thriving business, but do they have great relationships with their spouse or kids? Do they have time for them? It may look like they have it all together, but do they go to bed feeling lonely? Someone may have an incredibly successful business, but feel like they can never get off social media. There are a ton of potential examples of this. And is any of that actually what you want? The bottom line is you don't know someone's situation, so don't assume you do. We're all different. One person's idea of perfection could be another person's idea of hell. There's no judgment to be made on either. Yeah? But if you want something that someone else has, work out how to get it for yourself, but in a way that actually works for you. The difference between you and those perfect people is the action you do and don't take, and the action that they do and don't take. It's that simple. If it's possible for someone else, it is possible for you, but you have to do the work. Yeah, unfortunately, it's non-negotiable. It'd be lovely if we could just take the red pill, wake up, and it's all good. You know, you have to take some action, but know what you're striving for. Make sure you're able to see the most important things to remember when you're kind of on a path of progress, change, personal growth, is to be kind to yourself. You are going to make mistakes. You're human, as is everyone else. Yeah, but even when it's just wanting to be more positive, people can easily assume that this is about an absence of negativity, and it's not. It's about resilience, learning the lessons you're supposed to, working out what your negative emotions are telling you when they show up. It's about curiosity, knowing that you have the option to make a choice. You know, it's not about not having negative emotions ever. It's not about not making mistakes. It's not possible. We are human. It's managing negative emotions and often turning them around to work for you. And we try to be perfect at positivity. And when you actually say it, it's bonkers, right? So often clients come to me and they are beating themselves up because they've had a setback or something's happened that has resulted in a bit of a slump or a bit of a mood drop. You know, they put so much blame on themselves, and it's not about that. It's not about blame. Yes, there's responsibility, but that is not blame. You know, it's about using the awareness that you've got, knowing you can choose to change your state or raise your vibration or whatever you want to call it whenever you choose, but not by pushing the negative emotions away and sugarcoating them and pretending that they aren't there. That's not going to be healthy in the long run, because they are going to come up at some point. But it's not about fearing them. It's about actually dealing with them in a healthy way. You know, it's law of polarity. There is no positive without negative, no light without dark, no easy without hard. Yeah, we all have our dark sides, our shadow selves, our demons, our worries, our fears, our weaknesses, and we all get things wrong from time to time. No one is immune to it. It's humanity, and it's how we're wired. And at the end of the day, on an intellectual level, we know that perfection doesn't exist. It isn't reality. And people don't relate to perfection anyway. So just go be yourself without the comparison or need for perfection. And remember that we all have our own stuff going on. And you'll have a lot more fun that way. It allows you to have collaboration over competition. You know, not looking at people and like, oh, I can't tell them what I'm up to because what if they do this? What if they do it? They're not you. It doesn't matter. Yeah, just remember all these little things when you catch yourself in that comparison mode, that perfectionism mode, that, oh, they've got something I don't have mode. Remember that you can have whatever you want. Yeah, it's all for the taking, my friend. All for the taking. So If you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and changing things for yourself, then book in a free discovery call so we can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. And if you want my eyes and ears on your problems, I work with people one-on-one and through my Proactive Pants Mastermind. So stop waiting for if and when and decide to change things now, because you can. And as always, I hope that was helpful. So any questions, just let me know. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye.